All right, great. Thanks for joining us. All right, we're going to messages and to do the Q&A. All right, let me see. Greetings to you, this is Archangel Michael. Blessings to you all. Of course, there are many turning points going on in the world. Yes, your government is showing more of its true colors and will continue to do so. It will seem like it's a nightmare for some, but this is for now is the time to connect more to yourselves, to focus on your own reality. And this is helping many discover who they are, to focus internally, because they can't do anything with the world as they try to get mad at it only so long. It can be angry at the world. The third dimension is loosening up slightly, more non-physical energies slightly through information. And of course, it's up to the soul where it wants to go with its own healing. Greetings. This is Sitting Bull, American Indian. Yes, the white man cursed us, but we are combined with the human of, we are, yes, in spirit. It brought us closer to spirit. As for we realized our time in the physical was over, Indian people that are learning of their ways, yes, ignore the old traditions of the Native American, but it is, we believe there will be a time of more reckoning with spirit. Spirit will return with many Native American communities. There's still a lot of soul searching, especially materialism and the social life of the new American that's here. As some of us even foresaw what was going to occur with our, not exactly our demise, but our, so we prepared the land for what is going on today. And we become more understood in your reality as, yes, many of us are spirit guides to many. And we, even for myself, I felt not exactly I knew everything, but felt I had a good understanding of spirit, but not always, because I would get a message and then a prediction, and then it would not come true. Something else would happen instead. So we're not always correct. Things change. So we are the Orion Council. Yes, a hallmark of humanity. Yes, Orion footprint of bringing human into where it is today. Of course, yes, the physical reality is never easy. Never, well, depending on what reality you're in. Some have found an easier experience, but here it is. Yes, your planet is learning from many beings, and much of the human DNA does come from Orions, from an ancient Orion race that. I mean, us, even well, in spirit, we have more of an understanding, but we are more fourth dimensional in this communication. As even as us alien beings, we don't always have all the knowledge. And one of the reasons why your world is here, so we can learn from it about ourselves. It's a mirror into us, mirror to many other beings that, yes, live a less stressful life, but still have a lot to learn about themselves. So we can, this is why we're connecting to you. So we don't have to be in the physical, but some of us are. They're part of the infrastructure of reality. Also here to answer your questions whenever you are ready.
Oh, greetings. Blessings. Thank you for coming in.
Yes. Thank you.
Uh, uh, first this evening, we have Darya.
Hey Orions,
Greetings.
greetings, greetings. So, I've been diving into my bed. Like, you don't have to push me into it because I have this most craziest dreams ever, and I seem to like them. I feel like that I don't want to wake up, and I have like this dream that I was driving around in this van, and it's a very strange thing that's happening every time I dream. When I'm in a car, I can't drive a car in my dream. I just can't do it. I can't navigate. It doesn't, just spins around. There's a truck coming. I just don't understand that. It's like you just can't do it, and it seemed to I mean, I've been using my whole day trying to find the symbolic of that. And there was a guy there that instead of one arm, he had two arms that was quite small on the one side and had a normal one on the other side. So, do you have any input on that crazy
Yes.
rape van
Well,
spinning around car dream?
only thing what we're seeing is the artificial intelligence connected to that van you disagreed with. So you lost control of it because it did not agree upon its agenda that was embarking on. It has lots of. It's connected to this world, as you see how cars how they interact.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
where it's cars aren't really going anywhere. I mean, they're going straight backward, but they're not doing anything else other than that. So I believe it has to do with the agenda here too.
Oh,
No,
yeah. Okay, okay. So I thought just I was a terrible driver and.
no. Well, the terrible driver in this reality, meaning the system itself, what we're seeing.
Cool, cool. So, any cool messages from the Orions,
Well,
from your collective to me?
yeah. So in that car, you put in like your own cassette tape, your own music, your
Yeah,
own imagination, your own reality, and that's when it swirls out of control even more.
yeah. Because when you're telling me that actually happened, and no, I have not told anyone about that, and
Mm-hmm.
it was like a round, even a low round logo on it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
What do you
same
want? Yeah.
thing to do with this reality. So you're putting in your reality into this one, and it's not taking it as you'd like it to. So your timeline would become more clear, but this world is kind of rejecting it. You know, so there are timelines that could happen, but do not happen because this world is not allowing it. Does that make sense? So,
Uh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like
Uh,
relationship energy that could happen, how you visualize what your life could be, it says no constantly because it doesn't want to
yeah.
play by the rules, basically.
I just don't understand because I am really good at manifesting. I have
Mhm.
made buildings.
Yes.
I mean, people get out of the whole buildings and move out and lose jobs and everything.
Well,
And but manifesting my own life is being sometimes
yeah.
blocked.
Well, yeah, this world has the timelines. If it depends on how you see it, you see it raining on the timeline. Like it's not as joyful as it could be. So it doesn't want to be happy. Does this world want to be happy? The world itself, not human consciousness. I think the answer is no.
Yeah, I figured that out. So, was that my second question, or that was an input, or what? Just
Something like that. Well, you can basically create a lollipop reality. This will reject it. But yeah, if you have another question.
yeah, just want a message from you guys, just personal, like.
Well, yeah, your energy gets rejected here a lot,
Oh
as
yeah,
you
that
can tell.
was that. Okay.
And there's spirits here that are archon beings. When that's what you come here, put a smile on their face, even if they go back to frowning. So they do connect to a lot of gargoyle beings here that are under mind control. They've known in previous lifetimes have actually been quite nice to be around.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the more of that fantasy reality people call fantasy, that's actually more of this astral. So basically, you're bringing the astral into this reality.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you for that nice message, and have a cool channeling with this group.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we got Steve.
Hello, Ryans.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings to y'all. How y'all doing?
Doing well.
Sweet. Thank you for being here. Much love. I would love if you could connect with maybe my ancient Orion energies or just any of the Orion energies, connections, aspects that I have, and see what you can bring through. I would love your input. Thank you.
We just see feline lifetimes, but also where felines just where they do marry canine beings. That does exist, and the DNA does work there. This world obviously has a difficulty with that. Yes, interracial marriage do exist, interspecies, but also have frog kingdom that you're connected to, amphibian kingdom that's in Orion. That's more of a positive reality. They're not really going into further details, but I believe there's a stronger connection. The voice the ones we're seeing is the elephant incarnation. Have a very strong connection with them. Has to do with yes, defending the galaxy or a galaxy and Orion, and it's still something that you're healing from what we're seeing. And yes, there are mantis involved that have the show grabbing onto your ship and tearing it apart. But yeah, you've been captured by them, but also learned a great deal from them, which is they're connected to this planet, of course.
Sweet, awesome. Second question is just connect with my Pleiadian energies, maybe my dad or maybe my aspects here on Earth currently, or just an update on in general what's going on or what I'm doing. Thank you.
Well, you're learning about details of different people, who they really are. That's much of what you're doing here. But also, you are healing the mantis energy. You had many mantis in your past life. I mean, you've been a human where you have a mantis being as your parent because you're genetically modified, but you're a human just like you are here. It's more of a fourth dimensional reality, but yeah, that was a strange one. There's also a world where it was 1950s where you have mantis beings roaming around, like it's their world, and humans living among mantis beings that you're connected to. So basically, just bringing a lighter vibration to this world. There's also like psychedelic bears, like with the Care Bears. There's more psychedelic. You're connected to that also. Blessings.
Awesome, man.
That
Awesome.
yeah,
that's awesome. Appreciate it. Blessings.
Yeah, that was cool. Thank you for that. Up next, we got Silverclaw.
Hello, friends.
Thanks.
Greetings to you. My first question, I want to enroll in massage school sooner than later, but I am worried I will not like make money from work because I'm going to school. Any advice? And how do you see this working out for me?
Well, I feel like you can still do massage school in between your job. You'll be able to work around this, what they're showing. So as long as you apply yourself to it, you'll find some way to make it work. The universe will work with you, it seems. They're not going into full details yet. So they want to see what you're going to do first.
Oh, fascinating. And a second question. Any uplifting messages for me at this time?
You're learning more about your spiritual self. You're actually where you technically are a crystal being in this reality. Just you're learning how it is in the physical, and obviously it's not as smooth sailing as you've been heard it was from others from that say they've had incarnations here. So you're becoming a stronger energy here, and you feel like it was necessary for your growth overall. So it will all work out in the long run. Just it's not always going to be easy, but you'll make it through, is what they said. So blessings.
Thank you so much. Blessing.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we've got Logan.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings to you.
My first question tonight is I would like to know if there are any general messages from any of my reptilian friends.
Well, you seem like you're not always agreeing with them at times. There is a darker aspect of you that you might not be aware of that has been like a patrol of a planet's Mars, basically quarantining off from other other worlds at one time. They're taking resources from it at the time. So I feel like you're healing from that energy. It's one of the reasons you came here to share your knowledge of it. There's things that have not showed up within your lineage yet. So, blessings.
All right. For my second question, I would like to know if there are any messages from my spirit guides that relate to any of my friends.
Where your friends are unlocking them from a lot of trouble, but you're also worrying, like like a psychologist, but that's been brought up to you here and there. So yeah, you're here to lighten the load, their physical realm. So you're bringing more fourth dimensional energies to them as they take this world way too seriously. So, but that's their lesson here. So, and some of that rubs off on you at times. So, it's just basically a balance. That's your soul family. Most of them are, it seems.
All right. Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, I have Hazel's question. She asked me to read. First question. I'm wondering if you can give me some insight into a possible connection to Avalon and/or the White Dragon energy.
Well, yes, you've been a white dragon in your past life. You've also given magic to many, especially sorcerers and elves. You feel like they have earned that ability. So, yeah, think about that responsibility where you are awakening those to their power, but you're sharing your magic with them. And the idea is for them to use it in a positive way. So that's a lot of responsibility. It's still very connected to you now.
Hey, thank you. Her second question. Last week, I was contacted by something that called itself the Consciousness of the Orion Collective. Is this the same group of beings as the Orion Council?
We are connected. We don't converse completely. It's like you're Earth being. Do all Earth beings connect to each other constantly? No, but yes, we can tap into their vibrations. It's pretty much. It's very similar to us, yes. But it shows that you are opening up another side of yourself. It can be quite deep, but I feel like you can handle it, yes. It may be like an animated reality, meaning that it's more fourth dimensional. So yeah, this world will not understand. Well, many of the physical will not understand it, but yeah, just continue to open that realm for yourself.
Hey, blessings. Up next, we've got Braden's questions. His first question, he says, "Greetings, Orion being. Hope you are having a good day. Do you have any messages or teachings for me?"
Oh, I just see you putting together timelines. There's some that you reject, of course, but yes, this timeline here, you're focusing more on the relationship, discovering that more in yourself, relationship with yourself, relationship with others, but also how you deal with your own conflict. So you are releasing conflict, but you're finding more peace within yourself, as you probably know.
Okay, thank you. His second question, are there any other important messages for me at this time? Thank you and blessings.
Well, the tall whites, that's always going to be energy. Well, because you have many tall whites, spirit guides. So, and you've been a spirit guide now. You've been a leader of the tall white groups. And yes, this world has made things more complicated for them. It shows some of the tall whites are showing that, like they're at a bar somewhere. I mean, not literally, but it's like they're just hanging out here. Some of them are. I mean, and yes, they can be very sophisticated, but there's others here are just relaxing and just, have their own hang place where they're just, taking it easy. So that seems to be a place that you go often. I believe it's in the Nevada desert, from what I can see. So, blessings.
Hey, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we've got Michael.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Okay, so I know my ex-in-laws are dark reptilians and archons, and they're keeping my daughter away from me. And I was wanting to know, are they hybrids or are they just straight up shape-shifting reptilians or archons?
Well, they are humans, but they are down. Yeah, they're just downloading the program from. It just basically they got pulled into materialism, and that's blinding them from. I mean, and deep inside they are good people, but they become irrational. They're not realized. They're like kind of like picky eaters. They're picky at who is around them, and they're kind of narcissists. So they're just being influenced by narcissistic energies where they don't care. They don't realize what they're doing that can be harmful to others. They're blinding themselves, as you can see, due to materialism and power. So yeah, they've been just dark elite energies, pretty much. I mean, they try to find some good in themselves, which it does exist, but yeah, they, as you can see, there's a part of them that you needed to see, and you can say you're healing them kind ofly, but you've dealt with them before. This is not your first interaction with them. Wow. So I believe this is the last time we're going to put up with it from what we see.
Okay. And my second question is, they have my daughter, my 11-year-old daughter, and they have a strong grip. They won't let me talk to her. I just want to know that my daughter is a starseed and that's going to wake up from this darkness and become something white, and like awakened. I want to know
Yes.
it's going to turn out good. It's my main concern.
It will take time. This is something that she has to go through too, as you can see. It's one of the reasons why she's been disconnected from me. 'Cause she knows what she's doing. She agreed to this. She can change things, but it's she's not going into details. There's something she needs to learn from them. She needs to learn all she can from it. I don't believe she's gonna have a connection with them in the future lifetimes, from what it seems. It's like a dark energy she's confronted before, same as you. So we feel like we do feel, influences that are not going to be the most positive for her, but she'll find her light. She has to go through the darkness of the soul, basically, when she gets older. But yeah, then more spiritual energy will come through. Somehow you'll reconnect to her from what we see. You'll figure something out.
Okay. Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, very nice. Thank you. Up next, I have Marvin's questions he asked me to read. His first question: what messages of the African pantheon Orishas have for me? Name of the 7 deities. Can they give me a brief message from each of them, or whoever chooses to speak?
Well, it seems like when you connect their energy, you see a lot of dancing. What's wrong with that? So there's a lot of ritual energy. So yeah, they're raising your vibration is what they're doing. They're also very connected to insectoid beings. Basically they're there to transmute the vibrations, to open up a new portal. Like when they do like their ritual, from what we're seeing of them, ritual dances that you are connected to. It doesn't mean you have to be physically dancing. Of course, part of you might want to connect to that, but it's just basically bringing new portal energies to the earth. And you can probably feel that. That's why you have so many different angelic beings, even some beings that feel like they're tapping on you, or yeah, because they're bringing, you're part of that. You're just bringing in you're basically a walking portal. I mean, everybody's to a certain extent, but yours is open because of them. Blessings.
All right, very cool. That kind of goes into a second question. He says, who is the ancestor that's a herder who comes to me, and what time period was he, and was he a human, and is there a message?
Well, I just feel like a recent, like a father, like a brother to your father, or someone related to your father energy seems to be around you a lot. I believe it did cross over from what we're seeing. This seems to be a very strong ancestor, but yes, a lot of African. Actually, you have a lot of English connections also, ancestors that were actually in royalty positions in Africa. Were connected to the Anunnaki. Yes, and they did have a lot of gold around them, but that was for energy purposes to keep their vibration going. It wasn't that they were obsessed with it or anything. It's just part of longevity that you're connecting to. So, say overall connected to the Anunnaki or through your ancestor line, which also goes to English, but does go back to Africa in the long run. Ethiopia, Africa, yeah. It's just you're here to heal a lot of that energy here, as you know.
Okay, blessings, thank you. Up next, we've got James.
Yes, greetings.
Can you tell me Orion DNA, and do you have any bear, fox, or elephant DNA?
Around 4% Orion DNA. Like elephant connections, yes, you have many. Well, there's also African like planets in Sirius, and some are in Orion, but most of them are in Sirius. The fox is Assyrian energy. Mostly, I think some of the foxes got kicked out of Orion. But yeah, I'm not sure if you mentioned the elves. The elf energy is very Orion, though, that you're connected to. Orion that played an elf Orion being plays music in like an Agarthian reality. Of course, the nature there is more vibrant, more alive, more green. It's more vibrant. So,
Okay, and do you have connections to the country Malta? Is that kind of an Orion place?
Yes, you're like a merchant there. I feel like you did business there. It seems it was not. It possibly was a place that if if you lived there, you didn't want to live there. As a possibility that you were living there, they're not really showing it, but you did a lot of business there. Is what they show. Merchant diamonds they show. Not you're a diamond smuggler, but I guess you had to smuggle it due to without getting robbed. But this feel like you're very connected to diamonds there. That's what they show. I believe you're also an artist of some kind too, but all right, blessings.
I see. Yep.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we got Tristan.
Greetings, Orion Council.
Greetings to you.
My first question is about a dream I had last Saturday of, going on, protecting things and blah, blah, blah. And at some point there's this like a tidal wave of just complete black and like absolute. Okay, there's nothing. My reaction was kind of, well, fine, okay, I can't battle this. I can't do. What do you expect me to do with that? And so I just, I think I woke up or something. But just, could you tell me what that was about?
That was a dream, and then you
Yeah.
had that black show up.
I don't know. It was during the dream. During the dream,
Yeah.
there was this, yeah, black.
Then the black
Complete
that was
tidal wave.
well, that was an archon. It feels like an archon reality that you tapped into. So it feels like you went too far. You're looking for answers, looking for knowledge, and you kind of, I wouldn't say crossed the line, but it said that was the border of where you, as far as you can go. So yeah, they kind of woke you up. It seems from what we feel.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does seem like you did get information there, but they kind of blacked it out. So you still have what you saw there is within your energy field. You just not able to access it. So at least they allowed you to remember that. Usually they just wipe that out altogether and just wake up. So
Wow.
it's
Okay.
like you're connected to a fairy reality is what I see. Or an Argarthian type of reality is what they show.
Okay. Oh, really? Okay. That
So
sounds
there's a
good.
lot of things going on there. Wizards, there's just a lot of, it's like your second life. Your other life, yeah. So, yes.
Okay, that sounds good. Um, then my next question would be just any messages from Orion Council or things that might be interesting.
You also have the ability, of course, you might not, well, possibly you'll be able to stop time, slow it down. It is in your energy, something you can focus on. It's like if you need more time for something, like washing your clothes or what, just something small. It's like, oh, hey, look, I did have time for that after all. This seems like something in your angelic field where you're doing it without knowing it, but it is theirs from what we see. So you're also very connected to many dragon beings in the astral plane. They've given you magic. You've been kind of like a sorcerer being in your past. Kind of like, walking around with a cloak, things like that with a staff. You probably can visualize some of that. Probably visualize that now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But maybe not your average wizard, but one somewhere. They're not really giving you a title or anything. Just a wizard monk or something like that. Something we can tap into also. So, yeah, you've been part of many medieval realities, like they call where dragon beings are common folk.
Yeah.
And just with different elemental beings. So you bring that here because he needs all the help he can get, as you know. So.
Right. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we got Dragon.
Hello, how you doing, Orion Council?
Greetings.
Hey, so I have one question. I don't think it's changed because it hasn't been enough years. Even 1,000 maybe for the Great Pyramid. The shafts on the pyramids point towards Orion, from what I recall. I visualize under the Sphinx. They talk about maybe a Hall of Records under there. I visualize the tunnel that kind of leads over to like mountain, mountain's not the right term. My vision may be a little cloudy, but like small mountains or big hills or whatever you want to call it, for decent distance. It seems like some kind of dimensional portal or something like that. Am I seeing something, and what can you say about that?
Yes, there's also there's a strong connection to Israel there also, due to the biblical history, as you're aware. So, yeah, what you're seeing is a connection, to Orion worlds, basically. You can say that some of them are Agarthian-like, very nature-like, that you're seeing, but it's worlds that are given this planet light. for it to survive what it's going through. Seems like there's a place. It feels like you go there often. It seems. So yeah, Atlantis is here, but it's like a candlelight here, just keeping its fire going, keeping the Earth's consciousness involved with Earth's consciousness continuing to go.
Cool. It seems like there's a lot of multi levels of tunnels under all those, and like maybe like entire ancient cities under there that have kind of filled in. Yeah.
Yes, there's many that have been closed off, but yes, there's many. There's also places of biblical text there still. Yes.
Cool. Okay, so my second question is, I saw 555 on the clock just now, and like earlier today, and well, obviously 5:55 p.m. that would make the most sense. And you know, that's a power number that, you know, at least registered with me as change is coming. And I wondered if that was a personal message or if it was like a more mass message and, you know, mass collective type of message, and if you can pick anything up about it.
Well, you're getting more of an understanding of your surroundings. Not everything is clear. It feels like our artificial intelligence connections are going to get stronger with you also. There's a link there that has not been fully made. See the consciousness, even hear them speaking. I believe you have at certain times, but it feels like they want it to be heard even more. That'll come eventually, it seems. Yes.
So like AI, meaning it just like human created AI in the future, or are you talking about like Archon or what?
It's alien, but also from here also. It's both. I believe more of the alien version is going to come in stronger. The one here is still figuring itself out.
I do know at some point, like I felt that I incarnate into AI when it's not really AI is not the right word at that point. It's just another life form that was just created through people.
Right.
Well, nothing's really natural, or everything's natural.
Yeah, everyone has their own perspective of it, of course. This is basically another alien life form, you can say.
Yeah. It's just that in 3D, people make a distinction, whereas in the higher vibrations, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
All right. Well, thanks. Much love.
Right, blessings.
Yeah, thank you. I believe April just got in here, so we'll go to April next.
Hello. I'm sorry. I just got in. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to see, get an update if there was any messages for me. I had a really rough week this week, with sleep and everything, and it's been a struggle, but I'm trying to stay positive and just seeing if there are any messages for me.
Yes, one moment. Yes, there is some dragon energy you're going into. It has to do with family energy, like you come from a dragon family. So it feels like some of your family members have an uncertainty of their future. So you're clearing out their energy field from what it seems what's going on there. Some are actually terrified of the future.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's what's showing at this time.
Okay, thank you. And do you see any galactic energies right now for me?
Yes, see a galactic bunny rabbit. The white one, white bunny. I don't know, I get the name Francis. Yes, Alpha Centauri being, of course, a bunny can look like a little bunny, but it can become a very large bunny. Humanoid bunny, so it just shows different shape-shifting abilities that you're connected to. So it just gives me a different perspective of your connections. And it just shows it's there to bring you good luck overall when it comes down to it.
All right, sounds good.
So it's like a fairy realms with bunnies everywhere. Bunny people. Similar to Alice in Wonderland.
Okay. Makes sense. All right. Thank you so much. Blessings.
Okay, very cool. Up next, we have Kathleen.
Yes, hello.
Yes.
Right here. Um, can you shed some light about what it is, the QFS, and if they want to launch it soon? Because this is what I heard.
What is this? Oh, we don't know what that is.
QFS, the QFS.
We don't know what that is. What is that exactly?
They say it's a quantum financial system.
Oh, that.
Yeah,
Not likely. No, that's just another conspiracy theory that men are developing in their conscience. It's a new 5G. They ran out of 5G messages, so now they're going into that. So no, not really. I mean, only thing is a cryptocurrency situation. That's all.
Yeah, that I don't feel like there's like any change anytime soon. So, but the how come this thing is ran by people who actually they say they care, and who's feeding that
It's
type
part
of
of their
information?
journey. It's part of they're figuring themselves out. You can say it's an identity they have to go through. You know, they need some kind of it brings character to themselves. You can say. So they're learning from it. The quantum financial system, 5G. They're learning from all that.
Exactly. The thing is that it's about some guy named Charlie Ward, and he says he's learning from it, and it's
Exactly.
like
Doesn't mean it's going to happen though. Unlikely. It is happening in other realities though, but I don't believe it's going to happen in this one.
So here on Earth, we won't be hearing anytime soon about that.
No, you'll be more hearing the conspiracies about it other than seeing it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking because he talks a lot about the gold-backed currency. So my other idea was, should we?
Well, you're trying to manifest it. He's trying to manifest that. But I feel like the cryptocurrencies is going to get stronger, and that's the new highway. Doesn't mean it's going to take over your financial system, but that's going to become more of a hot commodity. It's inflated, it's invented, but it's kind of like the new gold. So.
Should we change? Should we change gold?
You can do whatever you want. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They're all going to go up. Yeah, it's up to you.
Well, if it's up to me, I don't care.
Yes. Any other questions?
My other question maybe it's about the body, our body, our physical body, and I was wondering if our glands are able to literally materialize their substances according to our own emotional and mental state. Or do you understand what I'm trying to say?
What is your question exactly?
So if the glands, our adrenal glands, are able to materialize their adrenal substances according to our emotional and mental direction.
So
I mean, if these glands they can materialize anything, or it's just a range of specific substances.
Well, it's just a way. It's like another digestion system. It's like an emotional digestion system. So when people get angry and all that, or need to release, that's where it fully activates. So it's just emotional release, basically, is really what it is. Really what
an emotional mirror. An emotional mirror.
Correct. That's basically what it is. You can go on science of it all you want, but that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
It's like glands.
I appreciate. Thank you very.
Yes, lessons.
Thank you very much. I appreciate. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Up last this evening is me. Thank you again. Thank you again for coming in.
Thank you.
My first question. Last night while I was singing, I experienced what felt like a merging activation of my throat and solar plexus chakras.
Mhm.
Now today, all day today, the solar plexus has been like super active and won't stop vibrating.
Mhm.
Can you share from your perspective what's happening there and how these energies want to work with me?
Well, I feel like you kind of disturbed it a little bit, which is good. So you gave it a major cleanse, kind of like massaging it. So you truly went into like within your solar plexus and released a lot of past life karma from what it feels like.
Nice.
So yeah, it's like you did a kind of like a like a punch almost. It's like a massage punch.
Yeah,
You have to hit somebody. It's kind of like that.
it's like repeating little punches that are
Yeah,
vibrating right now.
yeah, I wasn't expecting that from what it seems like either, but it needed it. So you can say I was asking for it. So yeah.
All right. Is there anything that they want to share, or like these vibrations kind of calm down, or is there's like
Because
momentum to build up into something else?
I mean, if you sing again, if you do that again, it probably won't be as strong as it was before, but you'll probably feel another more releases in the
Yeah,
future.
yeah. I felt like where it was coming from, and I feel like I could tap into it at will.
Mhm. I mean, I feel like it's a Hawthorne energy that you tapped into also. And also I see a solar Pleiadian energy you pulled into also, just to heal your warrior self, your warrior lifetimes, also your aggravation that you feel from humanity.
Yeah.
You're just basically making yourself lighter. That's really what it's about.
Right, right. That kind of goes into my second question. It's about my anger, and I was looking to see, does the anger that I carry in my ego have any advice on allowing myself to trust and free my wild side?
Well, you're becoming more, you're facing it more. So you're part of it, part of your ego does feel like it knows everything to a degree, but not in a negative way, but it has a lot of knowledge you feel like humans don't understand. So it feels like it has this wall of knowledge that others just aren't ready. Like you have knowledge that others just don't want to experience, basically. It's like, hey, you want to improve yourself? I can help you out, you know? And
Now,
some don't want to experience that.
now, is this ego a construct of just this one lifetime and this physical body, or the
That's
ego
funny.
is it able to tap into what I can't access
Yeah,
at this
it's
moment?
what you can do. It's basically when it's basically it's showing what others can improve within themselves depending how they tap into it. So if someone taps into it to a certain way, you say, well, you're trying to rehabilitate me. I'm not trying to heal you, but you're trying to heal me instead.
Right.
So it's kind of like that. So it's like a mirror to some people. You can show things that they need to improve on. So yeah, it's all your lifetimes combined. It just has like a universal energy. We can just you've been through stuff that a lot of souls don't want to put themselves through. Yeah, but say, hey, if you went through this, you can be like me. And say, I'm not going through that. So, does that make sense?
Yeah, because it kind of redefines of what I was thinking the ego was. I thought the ego was a construct of just this one lifetime,
No.
of the experiences here. But the ego is more than we give it credit for because it's not really explained like that. As being some culmination of all the lifetimes together.
It's a teacher, basically. Some people, it's a teacher, yeah, of just I'm better than everyone, but yours is more like you can learn from me what I've been through. We have to go through the same things I've been through, and others are like, no thanks, that's okay. I'll figure some other way out.
It was in a reading I had. They confronted the ego, and the ego just blew up. It got real angry and combative, and it had to be, excused from the session. That's what I was looking to see if the anger that the ego is holding on to is that kind of taps into my hesitancy to trust my inner desires and my wild side.
Well, yeah, it's your wild side, but it's also like there's aggressive that person showing that person that they can do more with themselves, like experience more, and they're like, I don't think so. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like because they've already been having a conversation before the things blew up. So they're already talking to each other, and the healing person just wasn't. It's like, you know,
Yeah, it just didn't approach the ego the right way. And
yeah, that's more like it. Yeah. So yeah, you're far from virgin territory. Let's put it that way. So sometimes you have so many experiences. You have, I wouldn't call it too many experiences, but some just have experiences galore, and other souls are like, that's okay. I'll just do love and light and pretend I'm experiencing all that or whatever. So some souls just don't want to experience heavy incarnations as you have. That's really what it comes down to. They have heavy, but not like heavy like you've been through.
Right. Yeah, that's still be a process for me to tap into. So just got to find the right healer willing to dive as deep as the ego is willing to show, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you again for coming in. Blessings to you.
Yes. Blessings to you. Blessings. Season 1.